We are back on another episode of this 1973 Volkswagen Beetle. I'm going to quickly break down everything I've done to this car, but really you should go back and rewatch it because there is a lot that's been done. First off, I bought this car kind of by Miami, Florida. This car's fuel system caught on fire and pretty much burnt the whole back end of the car, along with all the interior, a lot of the wiring harness. In all honesty, this car would not have been saved unless I bought it. This car was basically scrap at that point. I bought it, took it in, I put a whole new wiring harness in it, I cleaned up the front end, I fixed up the dash, welded in all the holes and all the rust holes all around the car. I installed some new seats in it out of a Fiat 500. Gives it more of a modern feel and it feels a lot better than the original seats, I do believe. Some people like it, some people hate it, but I do really like these seats. Moving to the exterior, I did paint a few little parts on there just to kind of clean it up, but I didn't want to take away from the fact that this car has gotten into a fire, and I wanted that story to still be there. I want people to see it and know that this thing has a whole story to it. I installed all new glass around it and I rebuilt not just one engine, but two engines for this car. The first engine that caught fire, I was able to rebuild and get it started. I ended up selling that engine and buying a new one that's a little bit bigger of a motor. I rebuilt that one and installed it into the car, and that is what's in this currently. I also installed air suspension on the front end and the rear end of this car. That's pretty much where I'm at on this vehicle right now. I can drive it around. It is street legal. I haven't been driving it yet because there is still more I want to do to it. I did mention I did a little bit of work on the interior of the car, but really I just replaced the seats and did a little bit of work on the dash. The rest of the interior still needs a lot of work. I currently only have one door panel for it and it is half burnt off. I have no carpet in the car. I have no headliner, no rear view mirror, no sun visors. I have a lot of stuff that's missing from this vehicle. And that's what I want to focus on in this episode, is getting that interior looking good again. We're going to be doing some things that are a little bit different in this vehicle and not OEM per se. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and pull this thing into the garage and get to working on it. Now, before we get to the door panels, the carpet, the headliner, all that stuff that makes an interior, let me talk about something that I've always wanted with a Volkswagen Beetle. The older Volkswagen Beetles, all the way up to 1963, had an option on them, which was called a ragtop sunroof. It's pretty much a convertible sunroof that folds back into 2 or 3 folds depending on the year, but it basically folds back and it's just a massive sunroof, which is super cool and very practical, especially if you live in Florida. Like I mentioned, they stopped making them after 1963, but there are companies out there who make kits for pretty much any car, any kind of size, but a big portion of their clientele is installing them in the Volkswagen Beetle since everyone pretty much wants one. They are a bit pricey, and I did buy one of the more expensive ones, but it's supposed to be like the highest quality one. It took about a month to get in, but it's here and it's ready to install. Let's check it out. Delivered straight from Brazil, and they actually made this model Beetle up until like the 2000s, I believe. The same exact shape and design, so it makes sense that they would have this. I don't know if it comes with instructions or anything. I did watch a few YouTube videos, but all of them are from different companies, so not sure how compatible they are. They asked me if I wanted one of these. It was like an extra $100, so I said no, but they sent one. I didn't tell them who I was either, so I don't think they know. Not much to it. This is like a windbreaker. Same thing as what's on my hood right here. Everyone keeps asking what this is. It's just a windbreaker. Keeps bugs and stuff from hitting your windshield. This one goes right up here somewhere. Looks like the hardware, some trim. This right here is the ragtop assembly, and this I believe is the rails. Not much to it. I expected more. So far, it looks like this is the frame. You're supposed to attach this with some bolts, and that's what bolts down to the roof of the bug. And these chrome pieces are the trim, along with the railing that the ragtop slides in. That's what I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that's what it is. I looked for some instructions. I did not find any, so we're gonna figure this out together. I'm pretty sure the normal rag top is cloth, but this is like some kind of leather or fake leather. It looks fine, but I expect it to be similar to a convertible top, that like cloth material. As long as it holds up, that's all I care about. I think I have the frame lined up properly. Pretty sure this is how it's supposed to go. I'm gonna put some bolts in where you're supposed to, then we can measure it up, line it up, and start cutting. Well, there's no going back after this. Cut straight. So these metal brackets mount under the roof, and then these chrome ones will mount on top. And this hardware slides into place in these little rails right here. Not too difficult, just had to figure it out kind of on my own. So pretty sure this is how it mounts. So in order to latch it, I had to drill out a hole right here, right where the hook is. Couple things with my air ride system. The compressor only kicks on when the key is on. Along with that, I want to add a button about right here. When I press it, it also kicks it on. That way I don't have to have this running to be able to use the compressor for anything. I have a button right here that matches. I'm gonna stick it right there, wire it up. I think I wired it wrong. That light's supposed to only come on when I press it. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Next thing on the list is this air toggle. This is for the rear airbags, and it leaks. It leaks in the connections right up here. I got a new one in. Hopefully it's in better shape. Get that swapped out. Got the dash looking really good, all the buttons work, good to go. I didn't want to put a radio back in here because I want Bluetooth, and the only radios that match up to this size are really expensive. They're like $200 to $300, a little bit out of the price range I want to spend on a radio. So I have something coming in that I think is gonna be really cool. But for right now, we need to work on this headliner. Overall, the ragtop looks really good, but there is space beside it that we need to put something. And I have an idea. Let's go to the store. No guarantees. I'm not super confident it's gonna work, but we'll see. It doesn't look too bad. The worst part's the back. Gotta get that to stay up somehow. Yes or no? I'm not scared of much. Not rust, not wiring from the 70s, not rebuilding a whole engine from scratch. But what I am terrified of is smelling bad. When you're working on an old Volkswagen like this, it's hot in the garage, I'm covered in grease, gas fumes, you start to realize how important that is. That's why I've been using Mando. It's deodorant made for regular guys who actually do stuff. There's no gimmicks, no fake power blast marketing, no fancy scents, just solid, long-lasting odor protection that actually holds up throughout the full workday in the shop. And here's what's cool, it's not just for your underarms. Mando is designed for whole body odor, so if you're like me, sweating throughout a full day of sanding, welding, or crawling underneath a car, this stuff has got you covered. Put it on once in the morning and you're good to go. They've also got these Mando deodorant wipes, which I keep in the glove box. It's perfect for if I'm out and about, running errands, or if I'm on a time crunch where I need to get somewhere quick. These are perfect to slap on and use, so I'll have no stress about what smells are coming off of me. So if you're like me and want something that just works, check out Mando's link in my description down below, or you can scan this QR code right up here. It's simple, it's real, and it actually does the job. Huge thank you to Mando. Now let's get back on this bug. I really want to retain the classic look of this car. There's nothing on here really standing out and making it look super modern. And I want to keep it that way, but I want to add some modern features like a nice Bluetooth radio. So my idea is to modify my glove box to have a faceplate right here and then install a simple Bluetooth connector. I think that's a good idea to keep it looking kind of classic and not have to cut up my dash too much. As for the Bluetooth radio, I got this thing. It's mainly for boats, I believe, because it's waterproof. and pretty simple. There's this, looks like to be an amplifier, and then this right here is a connection for it, everything. So I think that will fit right up in there pretty good, stay hidden. Not too bad. I think that turned out pretty good. A lot better than I expected. Now while that's drying, let's work on the speakers. Now I've owned a lot of Volkswagens, but I've never seen one with the stock speaker in its correct spot. It's supposed to be right behind this grill right here, mounted up somehow. I don't think I can buy the right size speaker to fit in the holes properly, so we're gonna do a little bit of modification and try to rig up 2 smaller speakers right next to it. And right here they are. This is one of them. I'm thinking about mounting them a little bit crooked. Maybe line up the hole right there and then drill a new hole at the bottom. Hard to really showcase what I'm thinking, but let's try it first, see if that can work. Then I'll show you after. I think right there looks good. All wired up. Tried to keep this wiring pretty neat. You know, it is to me. I don't know if the average person could be able to figure it out, but I know it, and that's all that matters. Next on the list is the door panels. Now my driver's door is the only one that survived the fire. It's in decent shape just up here, got a little burnt, and then this pocket ripped. None of the other panels survived the fire. Luckily, I got some new ones. I thought about making my own custom ones, but these were a good deal, and plus I needed the template for them, so I'm gonna rock these for now. Eventually I'll make some that are closer matched to the seats and everything else in there, but for right now, this will work. Got the last piece of the puzzle in. Let's open it, see what it is. Oh, it looks so good. These look so good. Let's get them installed. All right, first thing to install in here, these side kick panels. You want to use some spray adhesive and not get anything else on the carpet. Looks pretty good. I mean, it's not gonna be perfect because I have custom seat brackets, kind of got in the way of certain things, but it looks pretty awesome. One more thing, it's not running super great with these dual carburetors, so I'm going to switch it back to the original setup. It's just one single carburetor right in the middle. Probably have to rebuild these again. Maybe send them off to someone that knows a little bit more than me, because the dual carburetors are really cool. Adds a little bit extra power, I think. I would like to keep them, but I would like to be able to drive this thing more. I really can't put into words how much I love Volkswagen Beetles, and I don't really know the reason why either. I don't know if it's the looks of them, the simplicity of it. I don't know what it is, but I just love Volkswagen Beetles. And this one definitely has a special place in my heart because of how much work I've put into it. It's really turning into my dream bug with adding all the stuff that I really want. I don't really have any more plans for it as of right now. In the future, I would love to strip this thing completely down and give it a proper paint job because I do think it deserves it. But right now, all I want to do is drive it and have fun with it. The rag top is awesome. I do kind of wish I got a different color other than black, but when I do repaint it in the future, I think black is just a safer option. Interior turned out amazing. These door panels look awesome. Carpet is amazing. Seats are super comfortable and they match the rest of the car. Overall, everything on this car is turning out amazing. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. If there's anything I need to add, anything I need to change, anything you want to see done to this car, let me know in the comment section down below. I also have an Instagram. You guys can check me out there. I post a lot behind the scenes on what's coming up on future episodes. You can check me out there if you have an Instagram or if you want to. That is it for right now on this Beetle. Maybe next episode we'll be completely repainting this thing. Probably won't be for a while though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next rebuild.